right, good morning to you guys. Appreciate y'all for watching this. Spencer Matt back here with another video for you guys. It is October 14th, 2024. Hope you guys are all doing well on this lovely Monday here. A good crispy fall start here, especially here in the Ohio Valley, Western Kentucky area. We're experiencing temperatures in the upper 30s right now this morning, and then our highs aren't even going to be getting into the upper 60s until later on this week. So, got some stuff to talk about with you guys. It's going to be an overall quick video, overall quiet pattern for a little bit of time here. We are watching some things in the tropics. We'll be watching for the return of severe weather as we go towards next week. But overall, we're going to be seeing the potential for some rain across the Northeast today. You can see that on the MRMS here. We'll just kind of zoom in over here. You can see what's left of an upper level low that's bringing some showers and possibly even some snow flurries to portions of the higher elevations up here in the Northeast, as well as over the Great Lakes. We got some showers and some storms that are ongoing this morning. Just really going to be looking at rain. Now, there is also a chance we could see some higher elevation snow up here into the Western Carolinas, into portions of West Virginia as well, with that upper level trough that's coming through. That cold air going to be sinking any leftover rain that's could fizzle out into be some snow showers tonight. So be mindful of that. Could see some snow showers in those higher elevations. It's not unnormal for that time of the year for this to be there, but could be seeing that. Now, I wanted to show you guys that just because, like I said, there's not a lot going on. Relatively pretty quiet. We've got some jet streams and some upper level troughs that are going to be moving through as we go through the end of this week and portions of next week. Like I said, with that severe weather threat that'll be turning, but I do want to go ahead and talk about the tropics really quickly here. This is an image that's been circulating a lot around social media here for you guys, and this is the potential for another tropical system that could develop. The chances have gone up to now a 50% chance within the next 7 days here, 10% chance in the next 48 hours here, and we'll go ahead and go to that 7-day graphical look here, and you guys can see a lot of people are being misled by where this is going to. Yes, this is the Invest 94L. This is not impressive right now. We're not looking at a hurricane. We're not looking at a named storm. If this does become the next named storm, it would be Nadine. That would be when Nadine would get named. I know we've seen a lot of social media saying, hey, you know, Nadine's already out there. No, it's not. There's not another named storm out there. This is the only area to watch right now currently anywhere in the Atlantic Ocean or Pacific Ocean. Now, once this does continue to work its way west, it's going to become favorable in this environment right here. We've got higher water temperatures, less dry air, less shear. This could become a named storm potentially, and a lot of the models do have this becoming a named storm later on by Wednesday and Thursday. Now, where does this go? A lot of the models have this curling back out to sea, and we'll talk about that later as we get closer, once we get a named storm develop and all of that fun stuff that comes with it. But we're not looking at a U.S. landfall. Now, a lot of people are going to see this and they're going to think this is going to Florida or this is going to the Carolinas. No, we're actually going to have an upper level trough or an upper level high that is going to be sitting off the coast of the East Coast right now, at least as projected as of next week. And this is actually going to steer this thing back out to sea. A lot of the models are being more in agreement on that steering back out to sea. This could potentially continue west if we see some different setups as we get closer to the end of the week. But as of right now, I'm more and more thinking that this is going to be moving back out to sea once this comes closer to the islands over here. Now, like I said, that could change. We'll keep you guys updated on the latest for that. This is what 94L looks like. It's a big old blob of not much of anything. We've got a lot of dry air that is circulating into this storm. Hence on why you don't see a lot of convection at all. It's actually trying to convect, but there's so much dry air that it's not convecting very well right now. And like I said, that chance for this will go up as we go through the next couple of days here. A lot of dry air, like I said, filtering around that low. That low is centered somewhere in this area here. Yesterday, we didn't even see any convection with this. So we're going to continue to watch this for you guys. I do want to show you guys some of the model runs here. Here's the global plus the hurricane models. You can see a lot of the models are in agreement that we're going to have clearly this tracking toward the islands over here, towards portions of Jamaica, portions of the Leeward Islands here. That's something we're going to be watching. But you start to see, as we get closer to Thursday and Friday, as I was talking to you guys about, more of that potential for a turn as we get closer to Friday and Saturday. And we're going to keep you guys, like I said, updated on that situation here. If we see anything alarming changing, I'll make a second video, or I'll end up just making one a day for you guys here. But you can see, could see a westerly shift back over here in the Caribbean. It could see some of these models, like I said, we're seeing more and more start to shift this more in this direction than and down in this direction towards west. So more of a northeasterly shift here would be nice. A westerly shift would not be too good because then you play the United States in no factor, and we'll keep you guys updated on that. Like I said, hurricane intensity track models here. We don't even have a named storm right now, so these models really don't matter right now, but just kind of gives you an idea that we could see a named storm or hurricane later on in the week potentially. Just something to be mindful of for you guys going there in the Leeward Islands. If you're vacationing in the islands here as we get closer and closer to that winter transition season here in the United States, just be mindful of that. That could still be a thing. November does still have potential for tropical storms and hurricanes, so be very mindful of that. Now, the biggest thing I want to talk to you guys about today in this video is going to be what we're going to be seeing over the next week here to week and a half. And you guys can actually see that upper level trough that is sitting here, what we call a cold Canadian air mass, is what I like to call it, that's bringing in the showers and the colder air up here into the Ohio Valley. Temperatures below 15, 20, 25 degrees below average. We're starting to see that transition, like I said, to winter and fall. A lot of people are just going to go from summer to winter in some areas. So just be very, very mindful of that. Make sure you go over your snow prep plans, all of that stuff, if you have those at all. Now, what we're going to be looking at here over the next couple days, we're going to see that storm exit the coastline. It's going to take a couple days, so I do expect that cold air to kind of stay locked in portions of the Ohio Valley, Northeast, Mid-Atlantic here, and Great Lakes over the next 3 to 4 days before this officially will move off. Now, what you also see to the west here is going to be that upper level high that's going to develop. That's what we call a high pressure system that's going to move. And this is also what's going to move and eventually control potentially that steering for that tropical system, especially as we go into Thursday and Friday. Now, the biggest thing that we're going to be paying attention to, especially in the next weekend, is going to be this upper level low, this positive tilted trough that comes off the West Pacific here. This will aid in potentially a pretty strong storm that could bring some snow to the Rockies, some snow to the Sierra Nevadas up there, into portions of California as well, so be very mindful of that. I'm assuming that the ski resorts will be opening up as well. But this is something that we're going to be watching. Now, typically when we get these big troughs, there is severe weather that is associated, and I do expect that we'll have the return for severe weather at some point later on, either this weekend or early next week, but it's going to take some time for this trough to officially move over the Rockies here, and we're not seeing that really happening until Monday, Tuesday, so I would expect some severe weather possibly to start maybe between Sunday and Tuesday of next week. So really overall this week, a pretty quiet pattern other than the cold air in place, watching the tropics and getting ready for next week. And you guys need to make sure you have your severe weather preparedness plans if you do not already, because those will be the severe weather will start to ramp up as we see these trough ejections and these low pressure systems kind of bomb cyclone down out of the West Pacific and into the Central Plains and into the Midwest and Ohio Valley. So as we go towards next week as well, this 7 to 10 day period out here, we're going to start to see more of a meridial and zonal jet stream setup, and then another major trough ejection that could come in. I'm really watching this one here, especially as we go towards that Halloween week. The models have been doing a very good job at showing this, and if we get something like this, we're going to have very, very cold air coming in on the one side of this, very warm air coming in on the backside. This typically results in severe weather outbreaks. Not saying that's what we're going to have as we go towards that following week, but this is something you guys got to be mindful of. Very, very strong upper level winds here, a very, very strong low pressure system here. This could aid in the potential for a severe weather outbreak, especially as we go through the 25th and 30th of October. Just something to kind of keep your plates on, and that would be potentially over the Midwest, Central Plains here, Western Ohio Valley, and portions of the northern and high plains there. So just be very mindful of that. I'm going to keep you guys updated on this one here. This has definitely got my attention seeking. And then another trough that could come through following that. So you guys can start to see the upper level pattern really get active, especially as we go toward the 3rd and 4th week of October. And that's very, very much expected. We're going to see the battle of seasons happen. We're going to see a lot of temperature changes, and that does typically initiate severe weather. Now, what does the precip look like? Like I said, you can see that upper level low coming here out of Canada that's pulling in all that cold air. You can see those blue isobars, those temperatures below 40 degrees, 32 degrees, around that rough range there. Seeing some snow showers up here in the portions of Canada here. Not going to be seeing a lot of snow down here where we're at, but the potential for some snowflakes could fly in the higher portions of the Northeast there. And then as we go into the weekend here, you see that low pressure system develop. Could see some severe weather, like I said, in the Rockies around the Central Plains there. And then this will kind of work its way east. We'll watch for a low pressure system off the coast of the Carolinas potentially to develop there and before moving back northeast there. And then we'll also be watching for a major severe weather setup that could happen, like I said, that last week of October into your Halloween there. And you could actually potentially see some snow in portions of the northern high plains and northern Midwest up there as we go towards that week as well. So not really, like I said, a lot going on this week, guys. Just really more to look forward as we go into portions of next week. Enjoy this week. Get out there. Enjoy the fall weather. Get you a pumpkin spice latte. I know I'm going to be doing it a lot this week. I love cold mornings and drinking coffee. This is another idea of the temperatures. You guys can see really as we go, I think into Tuesday night is going to be the lowest point where we see these temperatures. If you're down here into the Carolinas, portions of Minnesota, Wisconsin, we got temperatures in the upper 30s, low 30s, upper 40s here. We've got temperatures just down here as far as Louisiana and Texas in the upper 50s to low 50s. 40s popping up across the board, and even Florida starting to get some cooler effects from this, especially this morning. We had, waking up in portions of Florida, we had people reporting temperatures in the upper 40s and low 50s. So it's definitely becoming that transition that we're seeing. As we go towards the end of the week here, we are going to see another ridge build, like I said, with that high pressure building over the Central Plains. We're going to see these temperatures ramp back up into the upper 70s, low 80s, and possibly some 90s, but you can see that heat ridge kind of building once again before moving its way east. It's going to be a quick little heat wave, and then we'll see as we go into next week that cold air start to come down out of Canada and mix in with this warm air that's in place, and we could see that potential for a severe weather setup, especially as we go into that following weekend. So I'm going to keep you guys updated on the latest. We'll keep you guys updated on tropics. If we have anything going on, any quick, crazy updates, I'll do a short little intermittent video with you guys. But other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next one. Be safe, be weather aware, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.